Here on Real 91.9 and 5 FM. Right here. www.drealfm.
Verses 5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather them from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, give not back. Bring my son for fear, and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Even everyone that is called by thy name, for I have created him. For my glory I have formed him, yea, I have made him. Bring forth thy blind people, that the eyes and the deaf that have ears. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you very much, my dear. Good Friday morning to you.
Yeah, same to you. Salawat. Have a nice weekend.
You too, my love. Take care.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. What's that? Safe. Oh, you're telling them to continue to be safe?
Yeah, well, we can. Safe is the watchword. Because a lot of things lapse in terms of the protocol and so on. The onus becomes heavier on us now to look after ourselves.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, ready to burn. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I am good. And you?
I am wonderful. Haven't heard you for some time, man. I was asking, who was I asking? Cecile about you the other day.
Oh, yeah. I'm on and off shift. Working day shift, working all kind of time.
Yeah, well, only the good does work hard, eh?
Yeah?
Yeah, only the good. The bad, nobody want the bad to work. It's crazy out. Okay. Tell me.
All right, let's take a look at what's happening right now. It's partly cloudy across the southernmost part of the state, with the winds blowing from the east at 16 miles per hour, but gusting into the 20s. The pressure is above the mean and it's rising at 1014.3 millibars. Present temperature 25.8 degrees. Average 81%. Maximum temperature here within the last day went up to 30 degrees, while the minimum temperature last night was 24.7. Please note all temperatures are in degrees Celsius. In terms of rain here within the last day, just a trace of rain. Hence the total for March, 12.6 millimeters. Note that the average for March across the southernmost part of the state down here at the airport is 25.6. So we had a dry March. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a medium chance of some light rain during the daytime. Maximum temperature should get up to near 30.5 degrees. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour, with gusting higher at times. Waves should get up to near 7 feet, hence the seas will be moderate. And if you're going out at sea and you have a small craft, please take note, there is a warning out for you, so play it safe out there. Tides are falling now, should be low during the morning, just about 9:45, and then high this afternoon near 4 o'clock. Sunset, 6:19. Sunrise on Saturday, 6:04. Just to recap, the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a medium chance of some light rain during the day. Once more, if you're going out at sea and you have a small craft, please take note. There is a warning out for you. You could meet waves up to 7 feet. That's it from the Metaphors. From my Frank.
Thank you very much, Fimba. Have a wonderful day, my brother, and enjoy the weekend.
Bye-bye, man.
Okay, great.
I'll go later.
Right, one love. Fimba Frank. You know who I ain't seen for a long time, right?
Who?
Rondalyn.
Was Rondalyn really into?
You don't know her?
I don't think so.
Yeah, man. Rondalyn is Mashata there, right there. Where she lives in Conference. Often she cannot drop me. So I guess that is goodbye.
Conference in Andrews?
Well, how much conference you know?
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I say that in light of Conference in Andrews happens to be.
Your stomping ground?
No. My first years of my life spent in Conference.
In police?
Nah. After I came into this world, my initial stage was in Conference. You see that road when you go down some road they call Bay Road?
That's where she lives. Down there.
Well, that way my great grandmother from, and I spent of my formative years down there.
Yeah, she lives down in the Bay Road area.
So I could be considered a Conference boy.
Yeah, she lives down the Bay Road area.
Yeah. Like I was saying, and after the adjudication of whatsoever you explain in the cricket match, there's nothing stopping you from defending yourself with whatever available means you have. You know. I want you to know that. So
I'm listening to you.
yeah, I just advising you that if you need to defend yourself, because the fact that it has been adjudicated and people's opinion, in the public court of opinion, certain people might form their opinion. However, if you so choose to defend yourself, you're entitled to do so with every available means
Resource.
and resources available to you. You know. And it's not about Monday morning quarterback, but you have me full. So I put like this only Master Calandre down and the last two spin bowlers in the thing.
Yeah, but no, I've made a decision that there are times that I reserve.
You're right too.
No, I reserve all statements save one.
What's that?
And I'm going to tell you and you're going to know, so you're going to repeat it. Mr. T, able team, what would he say? You don't know.
You act the fool?
I pity the fool.
Yeah.
I pity the fool. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You see, what has happened there, Carl, is simply this. People have come to realize that you are not credible.
Yeah.
Your sources are not credible. And you're doing spite work.
Melee?
Yeah. You understand? We here ain't doing this thing for likes. Who don't want to like, don't like. And do we care? Yes, we care if you don't like, because when you don't like, you barring yourself from the truth.
Yeah, the truth, which need no legal advice.
You understand? So don't do something and figure that, well, we'll say, I don't care if you don't like. No, I care. I really care. You don't listen and I care. Why? Because you're not listening to the truth. That's my concern. I want you to be educated with the truth.
The naked truth.
Yeah. I don't want you to go away with propaganda. No. Not negative propaganda like that at all. In any issue. When you listen to Master Carl and AD.
CC and AD.
Well, CC is anyway.
Carl
I
Caton.
prefer Carl Caton. Anyway, when you listen to them, irrespective of when they are on radio, And today you will hear Carl in a different thing. I'll let you know. You'll hear that. When you hear it, you're like, damn, this guy is okay. Yeah. When you listen to Carl and you listen to Andre, you have to understand that these guys not only know what they're talking about, but these two guys care about the nation. It is not about the National Democratic Congress. It is not about Deacon Mitchell. It is not about Keith Mitchell. It's not about the NNP. It's about the country. And you, based on the information that we are able to give you, you would make up your mind and you will say, hey, NNP, you're the one for me. As simple as that. Because of the information that you're given. Not this kind of tribalism, according to stealing a word from Peter David.
Yeah.
This tribalism that you guys want to continue with, yeah?
January even used that word as referring to the Congress.
Yeah. I pity the fool. This is real. Stay with us. Waterwise, that's next.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to another edition of Waterwise, a production of the National Water and Sewerage Authority, Nawasa. I am Wendy Chateau. As you may have heard, Nawasa is expanding its water supply network on Carrier Coup to cater for residents from 6 roads through Lauriston, Leicester, and to the port in Harvey Vale. On this morning's program, we hear from Project Manager, Engineer Mr. Todd Labari, on the progress of work that commenced on February 18th. Mr. Labari, the Carriacou Water Supply Expansion Project is ongoing and nearing completion. Provide us with an update on the project, where we at and what still has to happen.
Okay, good morning. The Carriacou project initially saw the installation of 13,400 feet of 4-inch HDPE lines. At this stage, we have installed 13,100 feet of those lines. The project is estimated to be completed within 2 days, and that's the line installation component of the project. Now, subsequent to that, we would begin testing and commissioning portions and parts of the system, meaning that we would do leakage tests, followed by the disinfection of the lines, and then we would do the tap-ins that would initiate the process of running laterals, which would eventually get to customer's house.
So in terms of a percentage of completion, what's the percentage you'd say?
The pipe installation is about 98% complete, and the overall project completion is roughly about 94%.
How far is the project being extended to? Because from my recollection, originally it was supposed to be at Leicester, but my understanding is that on further consideration, a change was made.
Right, so the overall project is from 6 roads through to Hermitage. We stopped in Leicester based on arrangements with the donors agency, but we've sought the need that if we're going in that direction, it would be prudent to extend it to places such as the port. So we're going down to the big consumers in the south, and we're heading into dry season, and water is an issue, and it would be good to facilitate them in the interim instead of waiting until we receive the next round of funding to do so. So we initiated the process to go as far as Belmont Junction in this first instance. So we're extending the lines roughly about 600 feet longer than we initially planned, and that would be completed in about a week.
And that's our time with you this morning. Until next time, I am Wendy Chateau on behalf of the entire team at Nawasa, thanking you for listening and wishing you a restful weekend.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone Disinfectant Cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra-soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The Grenada Postal Corporation wishes to inform its customers that all of its sub and district offices, including Carriacou, along with its main office, will be closed to the public on Friday, April 1st, 2022, as it performs an internal audit. The corporation apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Regular business hours and services will resume on Monday, April 4th, 2022.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Eminem Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eminem Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or eminem.dusty@mahonhardware.com. Eminem Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Sometimes you think you're late, right? But you know you're late, not think. But then you catch up, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think we've caught up with that?
Yeah, because like I tell you, the last two spin bowlers anything, you know.
I don't understand that statement.
Authentic information. Information that even if you don't like it and you fact check it, you cannot rebut it. They say that Real FM is known for. So even persons who don't like Real FM, they still tap into Real FM programs, especially the Xtension, to get information even for themselves.
I am a fast bowler. I'm no spin.
You're spinning, man. You're
fast bowler.
You're a good variety like Shane. You are the flipper, and you add a do straight to your repertoire. You are the wrong one, and you are a big booming leg break. Yeah. I'm only more of Arnold Kumble, men playing for turn and the straight one having a demise.
The guy with one of the biggest actions?
Yeah, because a lot of people believe I will spin the ball big, but I just hit in a good length.
And that's it?
Yeah. I don't even go outside the corridor, right? On play.
Just to let folks know that Xtension will be going on until 10:30 this morning. Yeah. Why? We're looking to do live coverage of the McDowell College Secondary School athletics meet
athletics.
At fur.
Recreation, bunker, yeah.
So based on that, because we have to go set up, who are the commentators? Okay, Carl will be my color commentator. I'll try to do some. I think Mr. Hutchinson is supposed to be there to help us also. So hey.
So I'll be making my debut.
If you call it that.
You gliding me into the realm of commentary.
If you call it that. Good morning, Dr. Mitchell. How you doing? Trust that you're having a fine morning, sir. Watch. I see something yesterday. Carl, did I share it with you?
No, you kept it for yourself.
No, man, I'm sure I shared it with you, Carl.
Oh, the dark. Well, that breaking the social media, you know.
You saw it?
Oh, the dark looking feet as a fetal, you know.
The man got it. He got it going on.
Even the cynics and the naysayers for once yesterday, I find their comments wasn't derogatory as usual.
In relation to that?
Yeah, because you know, like they choose every thing, the cynics and the naysayers use every angle there is to try to demonize the Prime Minister. But yesterday, a lot of them spoke, you know, normal, I would say.
Let me see if I can see you. Oh yeah, I can see you. You want to see me and you together? There we are.
Yeah. $100.
Talk to me.
Just before we go.
We go? We here for a while, bro. We ain't going over here.
Before we delve, before we immerse the listening public into facts relevant to this country. Because when we come here, it's our country. And the thing about us, we don't play games. And we don't pretend to people that we're not political. We don't pretend that we don't. Everybody know who we supporting. So when we speak, they know. We don't give you no impression that, oh, we're just doing a poll to see what it is, and then the next program will have you deep in political thing. We don't do that. There's no need for us to unmask. The people know, according to Edson. So I say that to say, when we're here, we deal with issues. And we deal with issues in a matter of, as you say, truthfulness. We give the facts. As an investigator, I go tell you, you follow the evidence where it leads. You don't manufacture evidence, you follow it where it leads. And we're here to give the people undiluted information. But at the end of the day, everybody know where we stand politically. We don't have to pretend and come and tell people, oh, we're not into politics, oh, we're not into that. And then the next episode we have is about politics. They know. Andre Donald, I need to ask you a big question. I don't want you to go around corners and try to give me no politically correct, nice answer. Did the government of Grenada lose the case as relates to pension? Because that has been paid.
Calculating, no.
I need a straight answer.
No. Government did not lose.
Good.
That's a fact. And then again, if we look at this thing, government did not lose. And did the union take government to court?
So they say.
Who was in office when they took government to court? Do some research on that for me. Or maybe somebody who knows when the case was filed, who was in office.
But what is instructive to note?
Who challenged the union?
But what is instructive to note, Andre Donald?
Yeah.
The lead attorney for the unions was once the legal advisor to the government, based on the constitution.
Yeah, but
hold on. And that was not eons ago, you know. That was in this century, you know, Andre Donald. And he never saw it fit so to advise the National Democratic Congress that pension is a fundamental right and we should give people pension. But now, I don't know, maybe on the road to Damascus, the light shine in the eye. And now he realized, oh, why pension for public workers is something, you know. So they grandstanding the whole thing and at the same time producing fake news. Because the ruling came out and then before anything is said, they jump and say the government want to appeal politics. So they feel they'll get a forward so to tell the unsuspecting public of this country that the government wants to appeal that ruling would turn a lot of people away from the government. That was the intention. Lo and behold, even before the ruling, Andre Donald, the Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martin, the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell has said, they will respect the ruling of the court even before the ruling. In so much as there's some people who needed immediate relief as relates to pension and they went ahead and treat with these people, you know, saying, well, whatsoever the ruling is, we care about the people, you know. And what is so distasteful about this whole thing, Andre Donald, and one has to understand and listen. The ruling is touted, oh, public workers. And some even stretch it to the fact that NIS is illegal. But they don't check in the fact that not only public workers that benefit from NIS, Andre Donald. The working class benefits from NIS. So, Andre Donald, I go make a pronouncement here. Character, Andre Donald, is like pregnancy. You cannot hide it. The character of these people and them, they can't hide it. The whole intention, Andre Donald, is to divide and rule, divide and conquer. The strong suit is chaos, and even in a matter that has far-reaching implication, financially and otherwise, they still looking to divide the Ghanaian public and play politics with a matter that politics ought not to be played with. They still bring color into it and fake news in the thing. But I like to use my favorite phrase here. Before even the written ruling came out, they start jackassing the thing and saying how the government go appeal. You understand? Then saying, okay, the court rule, so let we listen or read the written thing and let we see how we move in there. You know? First thing they jump on, the government go appeal. Come on, have a conscience. If you really care about the working people in Grenada, if you really care about the working class, if you really care about public servants, why are you trying to politicize that issue that has nothing to do with politics? And I dare say, Andre Donald, you asked the question, who was the government of the day? Because government is a continuum. The fact that this ruling has been given, even if what they're trying to do is to get rid of Dr. Keith Mitchell and the NNP, that does not mean we don't have to treat with and deal with the situation, you know, Andre Donald. Even if the Congress inherit the reins of governance, they have to find a way to treat with it. So saying or using it and try to make it politicized and say who go appeal or don't appeal and so on. And I dare to hasten here now. I must make that point, Andre Donald. We're talking about 1985. In the whole construct of this thing. How about Augustus Blaze didn't see it fit to do it? Ben Jones didn't see it fit to treat with. Nicholas Brathwaite, he was not concerned about treating with pension and gratuity. George Ignatius Brizan didn't see it fit to do that. The Honorable Tillman Thomas had not a clue. Nazim V. Burke didn't interested in that. Only, remember this, I started up this morning by telling you about only Master Calan and only Valentino, the last two spin bowlers here. Only the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Mitchell that had the gumption, that recognized that pension, and he, even before this ruling, said unequivocally, I'll respect the ruling of the court. Even in the communique, after official communique, after the ruling, he says, let we look at the ruling in total and then engage the unions to see that. But he have some peddling about, oh, political thing that, and we on an election year, so that's why they were appealing and kind of thing. Let we deal with the crux of the matter. For too long, we put in green and yellow in front. Let's put green in front. Let's put the stars and the nutmeg. The stars in the top is Bradford, Blaze and them. Those in the bottom is Bishop, Tillman and them. But the star in the center of the thing is Kit Mitchell. And listen, Andrew Donald, what you want to understand? You don't take rocket science. You don't take nobody to go in Harvard. But an issue of that magnitude to treat with, you will give rookies and novice the opportunity to treat with a matter with all its implication. Any wise or sane person would recognize Kit Mitchell is the man to deal with that and add it to the fact, Andre Donald. And I want you to listen to me, watch me, I find you bending down like your money lose. Look at me. Ivan, Emily, COVID, 4719, the crash of the economy, unpaid claims in the treasury, and now this pension issue. The common denominator is who? And when we say the new National Party have been tried, the new National Party have been tested, and the new National Party has delivered Ivan, Emily, 2008 to 2013, the disaster and the fiasco, COVID, and now. And one time, I was in my quiet moments, Andrew Donald. And the whole issue about Dr. Kit Mitchell being an old man, and the whole issue about Dr. Kit Mitchell was a wrong. I sought to really went into some deep meditation, and I asked myself, is there a purpose for Dr. Kit Mitchell still being around? Boom! Pension ruling. So what it says, even the Ancient of Days, and I'll go back to since the foundation of creation to make my point, Andrew Donald. When Adam and Eve disobeyed, the Ancient of Days had to reconcile the world to himself. So he had to become flesh and dwell among men. And even Gabriel you talk about, and you love Gabriel, I love him too. But when he was trying to have a discussion with Gabriel, and say, Gabriel, I need to reconcile the place. The word became flesh in the foundation before Abraham I was. Was he talking to Gabriel? The Son of Man say, well, Father, they don't hear. So I bring it to thing now. Let me pension come one time. Yeah. And Kit Mitchell did to handle it already. Would you put power in the hands of novices with a situation like that, Andre Donald? That's the crux of the matter, It boils down here not only to eyes green or eyes yellow, it boils down to lives and livelihood, and we've been saying that on the radio here. Yeah. So when we talk about lives and livelihood and impacting it, when we talk about the greater good for the greater number of people, that was a slogan, They didn't recognize we speaking the spoken word, We were speaking things into reality, We was preparing the public and the nation, hey, should something of that magnitude happen, the man well tried and tested, battle ready to move. And then you say you come with this maximum what you want change. Unknown. We don't know if they're men and them even have any contact so to treat with. And you're saying you start to play politics already and trying to politicize it and say they appeal and all kind of utter nonsense. I speak strongly because I understand, we ought not to politicize pension. However, in every junction, when the cake is being shed, this present Prime Minister ought not to single out one set of people to get all. The unions walk the road up and down for 4%. He said, well, we could give you that. However, I have to consider other persons. They beat up on him and say, pay the money. He say, well, let me treat with it in bonds, because if I give you all and I still pick up these crumbs and give you, what the other people go get? And even now, Dre, the public workers are not only the workers in Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And you're talking this utter nonsense about NIS illegal. What about the construction workers? What about the other people who are paid into NIS? What you living for them? So you only care about you? You only, what is in it for me? And then you try to tell people about change because you love a country. How you could I love a country and do consider everybody? So when the Prime Minister sent out the communique and said there is something we have to look at and have some discussion, it's not about only Rene again who trying not to pay. No. He has to bring to full watch. I agree. And I have a moral obligation to take care of you. And pension is a fundamental right for you, which on many pronouncements and occasion, the Prime Minister say he don't fight it. He agree. That's something he has to do. And I'm hasten to add that that will be part of his legacy. So anytime we talk about pension after now, you must talk about Kit Mitchell. But what he's saying here, I have to take care of other people too. If I give you everything, how the country go run? How would we continue to have this social safety networks? How we go take care of the young ones, what you're saying you want at the youth time? If we give you everything, the youths don't qualify for pension. So if you get everything, what is in it for them, Andre Donald? What is in it for the ordinary man, the boss man, the little Emanian thing? So all that have to be considered. But inexperience and don't know how, you hop on the pension thing. They have to pay. Like if the money coming out in the Dr. Kit Mitchell pocket, and if you inherit government, you will be exonerated. You go say, not me. Because when he was there, and he was advising the nation, he was the legal advisor to the nation. You never thought about pension. You didn't realize pension was a fundamental right. But the only Prime Minister in the history of this country that had the gumption, and I want to borrow a word from you here, Andre Donald, that had the guate. People who are about cooking going to know what the guate is about. To say, okay, I believe it's a fundamental right. I believe we have a moral obligation. And I wouldn't fight this thing. However, the financial state of the country, the health of the economy has to be considered in everything moving forward. And that is prudent management, Andre Donald. That is tried, tested, and delivered. So when we say try, tested, and delivered, it's not no mantra. It's not words that sound nice. We don't rhyme in like Kitchener. It's just the bare facts that this present administration, under the astute leadership of Dr. Kit Mitchell, has considered all variations and variables, Andre, and to derive at a particular or final decision, all things must be taken into the pot. You can't cook in and don't have all the ingredients, you won't taste good. And even when the man feed the multitude in Galilee with the 5 loaves, with the barley loaves and fishes, he didn't say some get in and some no get in. All and sundry, Andre Donald. The greater good for the greater number. And who best to start the conversation? Who best is in a position to run with even the ruling of the court? Dr. Kit Mitchell. And history would bear me out, Andre Donald. Not history, my story would bear me out. And my grandmother used to say, Andre Donald, even though I did, hands go bring the news for me. I'm so confident. I say no more, Andre Donald. I give way to your comments on the issue. However,
you give way to my comments on this.
Yes. I rest.
You know,
for a while.
Here's what, eh?
Yes.
You and I, we buddies. And I'm likening the situation onto this. You and I, we buddies. We rolling together.
Yes.
We cook a pot of food.
Yes.
You eat all, and you tell me, go and say to get the kitchen.
You don't worry that.
You do nothing. No. What am I going to say now? What am I going to say next?
Nothing.
I can't say anything. But not can't say anything. But should I say anything? Yeah. No. What you did, you went to the shop, you got the flour, the sugar, the eggs, and all the necessary things, and you mix the batter into the cake. You put it in the oven. It baked. It came out. And when I thought that it was time to eat the cake, you said, hold on, Andre, let me put the icing on the cake. And you iced the cake. I am sitting here now watching cake and admiring. I have nothing to say. You understand? There's a song you should be singing. I think it's done by Bejan. The road is mine. No, the road is yours.
No, I had to speak.
You've been on a roll, and I can't come and say anything. No, Andre, so let's close the program. Let's go online.
Yes, and there are times when one has to state his claim, stand up and be counted. And this is not a time for partisan politics.
Correct.
This is a time for unity. This is a time is about Grenada. It's about how we go forward as a people. Persons who are best able to treat with, to lead the discussion on pension ought to do it. It's not a case about us and them. It's not a case about trying to use that to get into power. Because even if I get into power, I still have, the thing is not about treating symptoms here. It's about treating cause, Andre Donna. The nation is at a crossroad. How we treat with this issue of pension will determine the lives and livelihood of our children and our children's children. How we treat with this pension issue will determine the greater good for the greater number. And one has to consider all variables. I'm not knocking public workers, and Andrea have been a public workers. And the sacrifice public workers, most public workers, I won't say all, are making, between me and you, Andre Donald, they all are heroes. And I was on this particular medium advocating during the time of COVID to give something as a token of appreciation. The government listened, but corporate Grenada yet to listen. But the government did not punish corporate Grenada, and even moving forward, they realized, apart from the public workers, we have corporate Grenada, and we have persons who are employed with corporate Grenada outside of public workers. And they too would be getting old. They too will come a time when they will retire, and they too need to leave. And all that have to be considered. So the energy we're trying to bring to divide and rule, or to make political mileage. And there is a perfect opportunity again, Andrew Donald, for the National Democratic Congress to prove to the Grenadian people that they are on board with them. And it's nothing only about to get into power, but it's about dealing with the people. It's not about running and build one house when a house burned down, flaunting all protocols that relates to fire, and trying to get her forward and going and promote yourself. Even the book says what your right hand do, you left hand not know it. But if they feel gratified by building one house of poor construction, yes, and want to think and say, okay, that is what I go do for you. But if it's that you go do for the Grenadian public, you don't ready yet. But the Congress has an opportunity now, based on the ruling of the court, and don't wait for the government of the day to approach them. Say, hey, we are aspiring to get into the corridors of power. But here's what we want. We want to help the process. We don't want to use the process just for ourselves, and when we get it, start making excuses. It is about Grenada. It is about the children. And the children's children. I have been here many times, Andre Donald. And I tell you, the battle we're passing on to the children is the crux of the matter. If we don't teach them well, how we expect them to lead the way? If we only want to teach them about divide and rule, divide and conquer, we falling straight into the wheeling syndrome. So when you say if the government have money to do road pavement and sidewalks and so on, they could pay the money. But the people of them that is gainfully employed doing this thing, are you saying nothing for them? So pay one set and forget the rest? And then you telling me ready for governance? Ring the bell? And the Ancient of Days is a man that know what he's about, nothing by accident with him. You know. He bring pension and that ruling to prove to the Ghanaian people, public, to unmask the National Democratic Congress and let them prove this out now. Let we see, all of them with bated breath and saying, let we see what Kit Mitchell go do. Let we see what the National Democratic Congress go do now as it to pension. Let we see the discussion they go lead. Let we see how they go try to use the pension thing, because we see all the surrogates and them start already. And for some reason, like the surrogates holding things over there so they can't control them. And they concur, they co-sign to what they're doing, they endorse what they're doing, and they start beating up on this pension thing already in a wrong way, pointing fingers. But as I said earlier on, how about Augustus Blaze, may he rest in peace, did nothing, and the same issue was there. The lead attorney who touting and beating his chest now about the ruling, he was the legal advisor to government, and he could have said, Mr. Tillman Thomas, watch, let me give the people the pension. But he abscond from that. And now, when the Son of Man come to worship the Ancient of Days, he just appear. So when the Ancient of Days ask him, well, where you come out? He say, I just come out and fight for public workers and get a ruling for them. And then the government want to appeal. He have information where they go. Well, you have information where they have to appeal. Bring the evidence. Because the same thing already say about the briefcase and make people go in Grenville. So if you have information where they want to appeal, bring the evidence. Because that's what all you keep doing. All you always going on suspecting on the Ghanaian public and peddling a set of lies. But here's come the neutralizer. I tell you, there's something they call a neutralizer, which is politics. Because as the grey hair man in Trinidad once said, the thing have a morality of its own. Politics is the neutralizer. Go and play politics with that and keep yourself within opposition for another 25 years. Because that is not an issue to play politics with. This is an issue for unity. This is an issue for we as a people have to show that we care about each other. Because just a few weeks ago, Shoma Wells, my very good friend, made an observation. They never sought to ask Shoma what she was talking about. Because Shoma, as I understand it, was giving her experience, her real life experience about herself.
Or the prison thing?
Or the thief.
Yeah, the prison thing, yeah.
And who asked for thing Anton.
Yeah.
But they take it to mean because pig in pen get hit, pig ball. And they say Shoma's calling people thief. Did they go and say, Shoma Wells, well, we hear you, but we want to carry a story. What is the deal? No. And it's the same thing they start doing with the pension issue. I implore the National Democratic Congress, don't go down that road. Because this same set of men who are doing that now, they lead the Congress 2008, 2000 down a particular road, and then they jump ship, they write things on all kind of things they didn't supposed to write. They so know, you know. But the like I tell you, pregnancy is not something, it's character. Character is like pregnancy. You can hide it under it and all the people go know. And the character, I'm not attacking anybody, I'm speaking facts because it happened. The character, because they write on things they not to write. So they so know, they so noble, they so love the people, but it's questionable. They only love the people when it suits them. But
Go ahead.
But Dr. Keith Mitchell loved the people from day one. He never stopped. As a father pitied his children, so the Lord pitied that fear him. And Keith Mitchell even pitied those that don't even love him. All.
We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald and Mr. Clayton. Good morning, sir. Boy, you make me day this morning. Speak, Mr. Clayton, speak. Educate the Grenadian people. Speak, sir. Speak the truth for them. Oh, God, I can't move this morning. I can't move this morning. Lord Jesus. Andre, keep that man there every morning to speak. For me, please. Good morning, Mr. Watts. Mr. Watts, love you, Mr. Clayton. How are you doing?
Good, good, good.
And good morning to my beloved Prime Minister. And you could say it again, he loves these people in the Caracon Vidimati. They could say what they want. Go ahead, Mr. Clayton. Give them the facts. Give them the facts.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what to do these people and them. So, give them, Mr. Clayton. Bring all the facts to them. I know they're listening to me this morning. Let us say this morning, keep telling me to call the radio to say that. That's what they don't say. Speak the facts, sir. People in America just tell me. Up to last night, one man was speaking to me. He said, I love that guy. That guy have it. Continue, sir. Have a blessed Grenada.
Bless.
And Miss Smith, good morning. I love you all, guys. And then we pray for the Prime Minister. This morning, when I look at GIS News, I see the man in a short pants and a touch running, and they say, old people can run. Old people old, and the man running. I say, yes, God. Thank you, Jesus. Have a blessed day.
All right, Karen. Good.
I'll listen. Go.
Okay,
Go ahead, Mr. Clayton. Mr. Watts, good morning again. Bye.
Bye. You just remind me of one of those mornings when I come out and I just go and you just let me go. This morning, I'm just letting you go.
Yes, Andrew Johnson. So what I'm saying, Dr. Keith Mitchell has proven love for the Grenadian public. Before 2008, Andrew Donald, a lot was done by him. What name he was called? Jonah Overboard. But what they forget to remember, Jonah was a guy who had to redeem the thing. So inadvertently they tried to damage him by saying man overboarding. But he had to come back here. But all I am saying here, Andrew Donald, is let's get down to the issue of what the implication of the ruling means. Bearing in mind, Andrew Donald, like I always say, Dr. Keith Mitchell is the Prime Minister of all of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatic, and in recognition of that, he acts accordingly. In so much as Andrew Donald, the best program to hit this country, I dare say in the last 100 years, is the Imani program, Andrew Donald. That's the kind of love Dr. Keith Mitchell has for Grenada. Because what he recognized, thousands of children leave school. And I felt so happy yesterday whilst I was at the sports in the River Sally environs. I saw so many young people properly attired, properly cladded. And I inquire of them, is that the way you clad yourself to come to sports? They say, no. A new batch of Imanis. And you could see them brimming with confidence and a smile. And the Imani program sought to fix a gap. What Blaze didn't do, Breezan didn't do, Brathwaite didn't do, Ben Jones didn't do, Tillman mash up. Because every time you apply for employment, gainful employment, they ask you a big question. What is your experience? You just leave school with your little qualification and experience you have. And Dr. Keith Mitchell brought in the Imani program, Andrew Donald. And once you get in experience, you're getting a stipend, you're getting paid. And during that same time, you could upgrade your qualification. Yet still, some people beat up on that particular program, they say waste. But now, they're trying to tomfool the people and say what? We go make everybody permanent.
Make it permanent.
But I going somewhere with that, you know. Listen to me, you know. We go make everybody permanent. And then we go increase the pay. That it was. So even those that with government or any government service, or those are any private service, I don't know how they go think that. And then now they start making this pronouncement about the pension. They go honor the ruling of the court. That it was from Deacon Mitchell. He saw again the pig got get hit on name man playing that. We're gonna honor and uphold the ruling of the court. We're gonna treat with. So you want to treat with the ruling of the court. You're done trying to tomfooly man here and tell you go make all them permanent, which you know you wouldn't do.
You cannot.
And you cannot do it. It's impossible. You tell them you go increase this hard. You know that won't happen. So wait. When the government of the day do something, you're asking where they getting that money. So you don't know where money coming out, but you're making pronouncement as to what you go do. And then you're saying, oh, you don't give any public workers their money, but you're doing how much $1 million in roads and concrete drains and so on and so on. So you want one set of people to eat. And then now you jump in on anything and say, oh, they believe in the eater food mentality. They gotta eat. They gotta eat, Andrew Donald. Dr. Keith Mitchell recognize the greater good for the greater number. Lives and livelihood. The man has been tried. The man has been tested and the man delivered. The man is in the best position now to treat with the pension issue. So you trying to bring the thing into disrepute and trying to color code the thing. But my friend, even if you get through the back door, you have to treat with it. You can't come and tell the Grenadian public that, and for your own sake, don't make pronouncement, you know I go beat you up and render you one thumb as they just call you. Because them is a one thumb set of people. So don't dig a hole for yourself. And here is the situation. Deacon Mitchell and the National Democratic Congress. Let we see what you want. You've been talking. Walk the walk now. Pension, bring it, the ruling of the pension, you're jumping up about, you bring it into perspective. Character is like pregnancy can't be hide.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Clayton.
Morning.
Thank you. Glad listening you all, and I just want to send a strong message out there for the young people. Remember last election, when I hear these very sad people say that
hello? You lose the call.
I put in all these people there and call them manis. And at the end of the brim, they come and tell them they will pay them $1,000 and upward more. Tell them no way in the world could you employ everybody in a country permanent. So I give them this assurance to stand up and listen and take note of that. You all have a nice day. Continue your great work.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Andrew Donald.
What? You want me to say something? I can give you a joke.
You could?
Today is the 1st of April.
Okay.
All Fool's Day.
Okay.
Do you remember that back a couple of years ago that there was an activity in Grenville that present Prime Minister Keith Mitchell was part of?
Yeah.
On the 1st of April?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. He had a lot to do with health.
With health?
Yeah.
Right. But guess what now? Remember Ali, as in Ali Matura and his people, and then they bad beat Keith Mitchell on that one?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, wow. And they continued to bad beat him, even Randall Robinson and all them bad beat.
Yeah.
There is an activity today. Tell him cancel it. There's an activity today held in a far off land. And Deacon Mitchell is part of the activity. It is an NDC activity. Today is what?
All Fool's Day.
I ain't calling them fool. But you must be stupid to go and do something that somebody did before that you condemn. But you must be. But you the beast with the long ears.
Follow.
You understand?
Because they are basically followers, they are not leaders.
But yeah, so they fought. But
followers.
But they following blindly. Because if the man made a mistake as they claim, you make a mistake, all persuade and think, all of them jump up on the guy. All of them jump up on the guy. And now your same party go back and do the same thing, Carl. Something wrong.
You have something called Dami no 100 and you have something called Dami don't know. You know? A lot of people just say they playing Dami, you know what all they doing is playing Dami don't know.
I was shocked. I was honestly shocked when I saw that, and I could not believe it. I could not believe that was gonna happen, but I guess they know what they're doing. They're smarter than me. You understand?
So like Yogi Bear, smarter than the average
bear?
bear?
They're smarter than the average bear. There's something else I wanted to raise to raise your mic volume a little bit more. Why should I raise my mic volume if you can't hear me? Put on hearing aid. Hold on 1 second, Brethren, coming to you. There was another thing I had to raise. Now you have to understand, you spoke about Dr. Mitchell honoring his promise in relation to the pension.
Yeah.
If I remember, what's his name? Chester Humphrey did indicate, my brother, and do unto others as they like to do unto you, as you want them to do. You are talking to.
Yes.
Right. Good. Chester Humphrey did indicate that Dr. Keith Mitchell promised him two things. That he would not challenge, one of the things that he would not challenge the court's decision on the pension. He'd make sure that that is fixed.
Yes.
That was one of the things that Dr. Mitchell promised.
Yeah.
Chester Humphrey. What's the other one, Carl? I don't remember. Do you remember what the other?
No.
Somebody please tell me what's the other one, because there was another one that Dr. Keith Mitchell promised that he was going to do. He promised that to Chester Humphrey. So he's a man of his word, Carl.
Definitely.
Do unto others as you like others to do unto you.
I just supporting you.
No. I want you to do unto others. That is a personal statement to you.
I know.
Dugo is here with me. Dugo, you want the camera to see you? Man, let the camera see you, man. Go ahead. Right. So, were there other things? There are a couple other things I wanted to, but I wrote a number of things that I wanted to raise. And
well, raise them?
No! It make no sense.
Why?
Peter, you touch on all of them, you know. I like a fish without water right now, you know. Let me say this. Okay, yeah. All right, so there we have our good friend Dugo just doing something for me.
You start out this man with a cricket analogy. And the most successful part of cricket is partnership. Whether batting, bowling, or fielding in terms. And the great Brian Lara, the greatest of them all, said in an interview, most of his most successful innings came with either A, Jimmy Adams, or the other end, B, Shanda Paul. Because he says they'll support the thing. But you see, if he want Carl Hooper and them and Ram Narish, they're looking to match him stroke for stroke. So you don't have to match him stroke for stroke.
I'm not trying to match you this morning.
If you cannot sing like angels, even if you cannot preach like Paul, that don't mean you cannot continue the salvation, so you could only tell somebody, hey, Jesus loves you and he died for you to save you. You don't have to say nothing for house building and you know the mason and his matter, you have to bring matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing this
morning. So don't feel anything you have to say, he want it.
No,
I don't think it's too trivial.
My job this morning was to just ensure that I look you in the eye.
The only marathon runners running here, people on the side there just to give them water, they play in the role. Without these people and any marathon wouldn't be successful. So when your time is your time, when you take the lead, you take the lead. When it's time to do what you're doing.
I am happy that you flourished this morning. Dougal, I asked you to do something for me. Did you do it? You didn't find you walking. I know that. And you're thinking about me. You understand? And you didn't find you walking. Antonito, what are you asking? What my technician guy trying to do? Just leave us alone now. What's your problem? Johnny Charles, good morning to you.
Johnny, I'm down here. I saw Johnny one yesterday.
I don't know.
Yeah, yesterday. What a smile for?
I was speaking to a principal.
Yeah.
Of a school. And the principal said to me, he says, Andre, I am happy. I'm happy that we've come through with this. I expected us to come through because I expected the judges to do what was right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. He says, but I don't see us as teachers and other public workers being able to enjoy this at this particular point in time. He says, and the union needs to start telling people, not having people jump up and thinking about they won. But the union needs to start educating the people right now in relation to how tedious this process can be. Because it is not like dipping in your back pocket and pull out your wallet and having, hey, here's $10, handle the issue. That is not the case, Keita. That is not the case. What has to happen is a lot of negotiations that has to take place. And we know how these things take very long.
But Andre Donald, the government of Grenada, ably led by Dr. Keith.
Before you go on, my engineer failed. He never, that's the first time I know he failed. And he give up. I know what happened. You know what happened. I know what happened. I know what happened either too. Oh, Carl, the other thing is that Chester had asked the Prime Minister to remove tax on pensions.
Okay.
And he did.
Yeah.
And he also said to him, that pension thing, don't fight it.
Yeah. In so much as the government, notwithstanding or understood the matter was in court, the same one with the ruling come, and decided to honor the commitment they gave, supplementing the NIS payment to equate to 70% of the last salary. That is being done presently. So those who saying about pension and they want to see, is being done. While there were no legal obligation, you know. So the government has been treating with pension, even when Andre Donald, that here is instructive to note, you know, and that must be known, and the Grenadian public must know. While there were no legal obligation, no ruling from the court, who beating up the chest now, he didn't have that. And the government, being a caring government, had a moral obligation and recognize that benefits in the region of $2.4 million is being paid to 102 retired public officers. So when they jump up now, let we see our court ruling. Dr. Mitchell and them go past that already. So I grew up not really knowing my father personally. We used to communicate on phone. So in 2007.
Yes, past?
Yeah. I say in 2007, I say I gotta see the man. Because all the way I go and somebody recognize me either by speech by looks, even how I stand up, they saying, hey, like Goring by. So I say, well, if everything I do, somebody like need to Goring, I have to see Goring. So I go in America and I see how Goring here. The first night I reached in America the evening, and we spoke from the evening till the next morning. And at the end of the conversation, in the wee hours of the morning, he says to me, what? What you telling me there about yourself? He might be new to you. But it's a rewind to me.
Yeah,
all of the talking about pension, how the ruling is new to them. But it's a rewind for Dr. Kit Bijal because he already paying 2.4 million to 102 public officers who retire. So he's been doing that, so he's the best man to continue to do it 100 and all. So those Johnny come lately, those who write cauterize now, they don't understand. The man know what he's doing. And if he's already paying over 2.4 million and they could fact check me on that, I want them to go and find out $100. We don't give no information here where they could go and then call tomorrow and shut us up. That won't happen. Go and fact check over 2.4 million. He's been paid to over 102 retired public officers. Check the facts. I want you to fact check me. I don't have to walk back that statement and I'm going to make them $100. When I make them bull and proud. Over 100 retired public officers is benefiting to the tune of 2.4 million. So even before the ruling when this government $100, listen to this thing. How laughable this thing. When the government had no legal obligation, and the obligation only what the government had was fundamental and moral to the workers of this country. They were paying 2.4 million for 102%. So when the court make it legal, you think the government will go and appeal and fight it? Well, I find to me this thing. And that is the information, that the cracks of the matter in Angela. The government is already in the process of treating us. So you want a new set of people to form, and everything is happening to change.
We have a caller. Good morning. Hello? Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Andre, and good morning to you, Mr.
Just a simple squaddy.
Squaddy.
Yeah.
Now, I heard you all making some good general statement there, but I heard something last night, and I can tell you, I said it. I heard Mr. Bristol. And as far as he's trying to participate a lot of them. Mr. Bristol gives the impression that Dr. Mitchell is totally responsible for that. Dr. Mitchell has not been doing anything. And the government can find the money to pay. I would like perhaps you are to get a clip of that statement where he was interviewed with Calista Faria, and you will hear what I'm saying. I also heard two union persons, leaders, making similar statements and giving impression that the government is not willing and they would not be wasting time to any long negotiation with the government. But what they want to see is the money being paid. And it's sad because the government before said that they will acknowledge the results of the court. And the impression is that people is trying to give that the government is drawing back. All I heard from Miss Kendra, the lady from CARICOM, Miss Stewart, is that the government have not yet seen the written document from the judge. And they are willing to speak to the different unions to come to some sort of understanding. But people are giving the impression that government is in a position or wants to, are attempting to appeal. And I find this is so sad. And next set people again are giving impression that is a Kit Mitchell syndrome. Kit Mitchell thing. Kit Mitchell, where Kit Mitchell will get the money. What we failing to understand is this is not money that Kit Mitchell borrow or Kit Mitchell lend or, you know. The state, NMP didn't acknowledge it before. NDC didn't acknowledge it before. GULP didn't acknowledge it before. The revolution didn't acknowledge it. All of them are responsible. So in order to keep Mitchell thing, what we should be listening to here now, the other political parties that are running for election, including the NDC, tell us what way, how will they deal with that situation like that. Because if Kit Mitchell goes tomorrow, the NMP loses tomorrow, it is still a pressure on whichever party comes. And it's not a Kit Mitchell situation. I hear people saying, well they have Kit Mitchell, no, we will get it. That is not like when Blaze had owed the little back pay and they tell him to sell a place and pay for it, you know. That's a continuous thing, you know. It's not a thing that you pay no that money that end there, you know. That means that's the normal and national way that you'll have to pay all pension. I wonder if people are understanding that. That's how you will have to respect all pension. People who dead already, their children have a right now to claim for them. Because they work their 30 years or whatever it is, and they're entitled of their pension. So this is not something that you're getting away one way, and you get away the other way, you know. The person that you leave as your beneficiary behind have the right to claim. And that again could fall into some problem because a fellow who wasn't my son could say he's my son because I have money to get, you know. But you have to go and get all the documents to prove that. So it's a situation that people should not, there should be no rejoicing from no side. There should be no rejoicing from no side. Because it's a situation that Grenada in, not Kit Mitchell, not NMP.
All right.
People look at that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But
11 before the 9 o'clock hour. Good morning to Shoma. You know what Shoma's saying this morning?
What?
How's the water boy today?
Yeah.
No, I accept.
But Andre Donald, I just want Clifford to understand. The same gentleman who he said was on the interview was the legal advisor at one point to the National Democratic Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he know about pension then? What was his advice to the government, which he was the legal advisor to enshrine in the Constitution? Because he knew the Constitution. Because he taught in and beat up all the Constitution. So he ought to know. But he didn't know then.
Good morning.
Jimmy do jackass the thing.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Oh, same to you.
Yeah. I just want to weigh in on this pension thing. I may not be old enough to know what was happening back in the 50s and 79. Well, I was born around them time, but too young to know. But reading from what happened, what transpired back in them time there, I think we're talking about the 22nd of February 1985 to now.
Yes.
And I'll be thinking that working in a company for a couple of years when union was fighting for our salary increase and we didn't get it, and when we finally get it, there's a thing called retroactive pay on top of what you're supposed to get, which you increase. So we're talking about 37 years of retroactive payments, and people that is probably alive and people that is probably dead, as Mr. Bridgman rightly said. And what is kind of interesting is that I listened to two union members or two leaders of some union yesterday, one for the teachers and one for the public workers. And a question was given to the leader of the Public Workers Union. He was asked, do you know how much people that is that have to get these monies are retroactive? You know the man said? Well, I can't quote him exactly, but he was going along the lines that all he knows is that he can't get the number now, but all he knows is this present administration give the people pain and all this kind of nonsense and frying with their own oil. This man gonna rant and he don't answer the question yet, which means, because me and he say major, which means he don't understand what he's talking about as a leader of that party, of that union. That same union, his PRO from that union was the one I heard spreading the rumors that the government, I heard saying it, that the government is planning to appeal. Hence the reason why a rebuttal was given by Ms. Stewart. So these people are bent on just making this thing a political football, and they do not understand the implications of it, which is rather dangerous. The other union leader even went on a rant about they can find money to buy Grenlick and they get money from all places. Grenlick is a one-off buy. Public servants is a recurring debt. Why are these people not telling the people the truth when this thing started, who caused it, and who is trying to fix it? So instead of they come together, let's come together and let me have a nice little discourse about it. They choose to take a political side. And taking the political side is a dangerous side, because what I believe they are doing, they are trying to align themselves with the leading opposition party by the leader saying that he will pay the money one time. And to my understanding, if you check all these people that's being paid, like no, who's under the before the 85, 83 thing, they getting a pension and they getting NIS. And to include them now, which I have no problem with who's getting from NIS now, that money is going to bring up the debt on the government. And any government that is there going to have to pay it. So I don't know how they will figure that maths. Which one of them is economics guy in the midst, but that promise is a serious far-fetched one. But the unions need to sit down and let me discuss this thing, because they're going to a dangerous spot. And I think, like Mr. Carl always saying, for whatever miracle they get in the office, that would be a promise they can't fulfill, and then they will get trouble, because the next election, if they are there, they will get voted with overwhelmingly again, and that, we don't want that, because we see it happening. I see it happening.
All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you guys have a good day.
One love. Take care of yourself. We're going to take a commercial break, friends, and we will be right back. Stay with us. This is Real FM Radio.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone Disinfectant Cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenada Postal Corporation wishes to inform its customers that all of its sub and district offices, including Carriacou, along with its main office, will be closed to the public on Friday, April 1st, 2022, as it performs an internal audit. The corporation apologizes for any inconvenience caused. Regular business hours and services will resume on Monday, April 4th, 2022.
The parish priest and parishioners of the Holy Family Catholic Church, Riverside St. Patrick, invites you to their annual parish harvest on Easter Thursday, April 21st, 2022 at the Riverside Government School starting from 2 p.m. There will be lots of eats and drinks on sale, such as cakes, pastries, confectionaries, chicken and chips, sauce, etc. You will be entertained by a popular DJ. A well-stocked bar awaits you. Come and enjoy with the family.
We look forward to see you there.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most. Your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Our senior women's national team continues their CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers campaign. This time, they battle against the Cayman Islands on Wednesday, the 6th April 2022 at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Kickoff time, 5 p.m. Get your limited tickets now for just $20 EC from the Grenada Football Association headquarters, Queen's Park. Grenada versus the Cayman Islands. CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers, Wednesday, 6th April from 5 p.m. at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Feel the passion. Let's support the Spice Girls.
Eminem Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eminem Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandstand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update produced by Triple N. Details when we get back.
Eminem Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway, St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices, or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&N Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Welcome back. Locally, the United States government hands over Emergency Operations Center in Carriacou. In the region, in Trinidad and Tobago, Apprenticeship Program for non-energy manufacturing sector is on the way. Here are the details.
With the aim of adding capacity and increasing this country's competitiveness within the non-energy manufacturing sector, Minister of Trade and Industry Paula Gopiskun announced the approval of an apprenticeship program at Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing. The 3-year full-time program will be supported primarily by the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ministry of Education and MIC Institute of Technology, and assisted by the National Training Agency and the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association.
The cure to global inflation is production, not just production of food, but production of non-food items, again, to help build the economy, build our exports, etc. And therefore, this program remains fundamental to the growth in our economy as well.
Around the globe, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to testify on his responsibility as head of state, overseeing one of the country's most deadliest riots. Here is more.
South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has taken an oath before the Human Rights Commission as his hearing on the July 2021 riots began in Johannesburg. At least 350 people were killed during the unrest, and thousands of businesses were looted and destroyed over several days. The almost 2-week-long unrest badly affected KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng provinces. The Commission exercised its constitutional and statutory mandate to investigate the causes of unrest as well as the impact on human rights. The Commission says it will now collect all the oral evidence heard and all the submissions received in drafting its report. President Ramaphosa is expected to testify on his responsibility as head of state. The economy lost an estimated $3.4 billion from the destruction of infrastructure and looting, according to the presidency.
And in sports, Manchester United midfielder Bruno Fernandes has signed a 1-year contract extension with the club. The 27-year-old, who joined in January of 2020 for an initial €47 million, is now under contract until 2026, and this new deal includes an option for a further 1-year extension. This ends the latest update of news. Thank you for listening.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you're moving.
Bada boom, boom. Big bada boom. Bada boom. You know what is that?
Nah.
It's a movie, man. Maxine had done the movie. Bada boom. It's with Bruce Willis. Isn't it?
What happened to him recently?
He has something with processing language.
Okay.
So, Big Bada Boom. It's what's the name of that movie, man? Help me now, Carl.
I don't know.
Help me now.
I don't know, Joe.
Bada Boom. Big Bada Boom. I'm saying if Grenadian people vote NDC, Big Bada Boom. Bada Boom. The fifth element. And that was, Bada Boom was an explosion, right? Big Bada Boom.
Big Bada Boom.
Right. See, Maxine knows. Fifth element with Bruce Willis. If
you have somebody that clean head in that?
I don't remember, man. Bruce probably had a clean head. If NDC gets into office, is Big Bada Boom. You understand?
The comedian guy was in that movie?
I don't remember. That's all I remember.
The way you taught in the movie.
Yeah, well, I'm just remembering this.
If I tell you what
that's the important part about the thing.
If I tell you what Todd woke up on Jamaican Mafia, and you ask me, I could think.
Okay, so Shoma calling, so that means she wants to probably go on air. Shoma, hold on there. If you want to go on air, hold on. Yeah, I'm arranging the thing. Big Bada Boom. If NDC goes into office, it's a Big Bada Boom. Let me get this one and go here. Ms. Wells, good morning.
Good morning, Andre. Happy belated birthday. I just want the public to know that I did call you on your birthday, but you didn't answer my phone when you're ready, so you didn't get it on your day. And I can't sing like Brenda, so I will not attempt to sing. I don't want hurricane to come.
Bada boom. Big bada boom.
You can't sing like Randy.
Stop it. They don't say I'm singing for my supper. Well, at least I get in a meal. Hey. Woo. Andre.
Hey.
Good morning to Uncle Carl. I like to say Uncle Carl. I don't know why.
Okay.
This happened in me. Uncle Carl. You just talk like a elder, a man of wisdom, so I have to give him a title.
Okay.
Carl, yes. I know you were the water boy this morning. That was obvious.
Yeah, that was obvious. Shoma was like,
yes?
I was like, you know what? Just leave that one alone. Just let the man roll, yeah? Don't even try. Don't even try.
Like you said, somebody had to carry the water.
Yeah, somebody.
You can't the bowler, the battle all the time.
Yeah, somebody had to carry the water.
Accept your responsibility with pride.
Yes, of course.
To the best of your ability. Be the good water boy. What interestingly, I saw somebody offering a service to the team that went up to Florida over for the next 2 days and saying that after what they viewed, that their PR sucks. And they're offering their service. A fellow by the name of John Crow. I say, Lord have its mercy, you know. And I did look at a little piece of the event in Florida. I happen to be, as you know, connected to Florida, and knowing the kind of the kind of turnout that Dr. Mitchell is accustomed to when he goes into that area, I thought that okay, maybe they might get about 50% of that, but it looked like more of a 10% of the Floridians, the Grenadians in Florida that came out. As a matter of fact, I was a little bit disappointed for them. I don't know, maybe there were people in the next room that we didn't see. My goodness.
Sure.
But anyway, it is what it is. But what I want to say to you, Andre, last night we had a very good night, as you would recall, and we happen to have a lot of NDC supporters listening to the program.
That's good.
Interestingly, and I'm so glad for that. So I invited them to return next week, because I'm happy to know that what we have to say they're interested in. They have an interest in it, and that's good. I hope they're well influenced along the way, to make informed decisions when the time comes around, because basically that is what we impart, a lot of good information. So I want to say to them, please come back next week. In spite of the fact that you may write negative comments, doesn't bother us. But the point is that you're listening, and that is what is key and important. We are there to disseminate information. Right, Uncle Carl?
Definitely.
Anyway, let me not take... I know the debate is about the pension, and I think you guys have placed it in the right place. It's key and important for the nation to understand the implications of this magnitude decision that has to be taken, and the way it will be taken would affect all of us in this country, all of us, because the implications for NIS, the implications for the national purse being adversely affected, which ultimately will result in all of us being affected. So it is not something that is a simple pay, as Uncle Carl say, push your hand in your pocket and pull out a $10 thing.
That is not pay as you go, Sean. That is not pay as you go, You have to have paid to handle that, You have to know where that money coming from for that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in the interest of all concerned, and I heard a young man, good morning to him, I know him, saying this morning what he heard union leaders saying. And union leaders must understand that they don't only affect their paid members, but they affect the entire nation in their processes or processes. And they too ought to have some measure of regard for that in their decisions, and the talk about you want your money now and pay it right away. At the end of the day, they have to also bear in mind that they are Grenadians, their families are Grenadians, and they will all be impacted by the decisions going forward. Whether it is taken care of now, next year, or whatever the case may be, we will all be impacted, and the impact we should feel should be minimal in the process. Yeah?
Shoma,
that's my 2 pence halfpenny.
I need you to ask me a question. Ask me the question. Andre, if NDC wins, what happens? Ask me that question.
Well,
ask me the question.
After NDC wins, what happens?
Bada boom! Big bada boom!
Boom! Yes, I agree with you. And it is not as Uncle Carl claimed. It is not older. I think I'm older than Uncle Carl, but I just like to call him Uncle Carl. He got that old. It is not a joking matter. Nope. It is a serious matter that we face. And what is interesting, Andre, I know your Uncle Carl always talking about the Bible and stuff like that. Isn't it amazing that challenges of such a magnitude fall at the feet of our Prime Minister?
Yeah.
Over again? Isn't that amazing? It's like to say, listen, man, they say the Lord don't give you more than you can bear.
So,
it's like God is saying, man, we know you can bear this. We know you can deal with this. We know you can solve this issue. So bang, bada boom.
Big bada boom.
Put it at your feet.
Yeah.
And I have the confidence that you will get your people through, as you have done in the past, as we see with the pandemic and with Ivan and with Emily and other challenges that we would have faced in this nation. So, folks, don't fool yourselves. There is a God above, and He's working on behalf of all of us.
You had a problem with your program on Facebook last night, Sharon?
I'm not sure. They had some little technical issues.
Because a gentleman has just sent a message. Why did we not get Miss Wells' program on Facebook?
Who said that?
Somebody just sent that message.
Well, no, man, it was on, man. I don't know where they would have looked. It was on. I didn't share it. I had a little issue problem, but it was on WeFM. I tell you, we had a glorious consortium of NDC supporters on last night,
Well,
which we enjoyed their company immensely.
Yeah.
Yes, Auntie Shams, before you go.
Yes, dear.
The first thing you mentioned, that you have a lot of people from the Congress listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike other surrogates what only preaching to the choir, that means you're preaching to the whole church.
That's right.
Because some of them only preaching to the choir. They only preaching to those who go down in baptism and they're preaching to them. But Auntie Shama and Michi preaching to the whole church, which is good. So take that as something good. Secondly,
man, we love the congregation.
Yes. Secondly,
invite them back to church next week Thursday at 7 p.m.
Secondly, you spoke of our Honorable Prime Minister and challenges at his feet. And I, as a man, I am a spiritual guy. And when the Son of Man went to worship the Ancient of Days, and Beelzebub was among them, he asked Beelzebub, will you come out? And Beelzebub said, well, I come out and tempt everybody. And they only praying to you when they want something. So the Ancient of Days tell Lucifer, what about my servant Job? And Lucifer said, well, by your fence wrong now, man. So I won't try nothing. And the Ancient of Days tell him, just don't kill him, but try him. Because you know you're going to make it. So just don't kill Keith, but try him. And if you have a problem with that, take it up with the Ancient of Days, not me. If you have a problem with him, take it up with him. But just don't kill Keith, but he'll come true. Because he been tried. Sure might been tested. And sure might deliver. And I bring that just to explain the thing to people, you know. So even if you're from the Christian realm, as you say, but it is applicable here. Because Beelzebub say, I don't try not with that man because I friend wrong, but the Ancient of Days say, just don't kill him, but try him.
Try him.
The Congress say, just don't kill him, but try him. And he go deliver for the grain and probably for the greater good, for the greater number. Positive for life and livelihood.
I am confident of that. And like I said, you know, the unions have to be able to work together with the government for the benefit of the greater good as well. Yes, we know the judging has been made, and you know they still have naysayers talking about appeal and all of that, in spite of the fact it's clearly stated that that will happen. Hello? Yes, it's so badly, and you know the union also have a responsibility to the nation. Don't forget that they are leaders in their own right. And they have a responsibility to their members, first and foremost, but they also have a responsibility to this nation.
To the country.
You know, so they too have to work together with the government to bring about a solution to the payment of these monies.
And Shoma, what is instructive to note, Auntie Shoma, before you go? I often tell my very good friend Andre Donald, follow the money. Once you follow the money, everything will be cleared. The union only turn out money. They don't consult even our the workers. Because what they believe here now, money pay plenty dues. They only care about it for them. Money pay plenty dues for them. So pay the money by any means. They don't care about the people. Because if you pay all the money and you have a goose or laying egg and you kill the goose, no more egg. They don't even checking out egg down the road. Follow the money, Shoma. Just follow the money and everything will clear up to you. You just lay down on your bed and just follow the money as you listen to the union and that particular ruling, and you will see. But what is instructive to note, and even the Congress in its naivety don't even understand that the union is even putting pressure on the Congress. Because what they're saying and how they're acting, and we don't care pay the money. With a stroke of fortune and the Congress, when you think they could walk back that up, they can't do it.
That will not happen.
And then the Congress sit idly by with glint in the eyes and rubbing the hands and feel it's a good thing the union doing. But the union don't even like them. Because the union putting all that pressure already and they don't even hear it, the realms of government or drink it from the prime ministerial well. And the unions doing that, the union don't even care about them. All the union care about the money. So don't let the Congress feel again a forward from the union. All the union care about the money.
You know, they will be foolish to think that that's what it is. And
but they believe that.
As a matter of fact, you also have to remember there is the beastly side to politics. And you can see people trying to win by any means necessary.
A morality of its own.
So you know, and you're seeing signs of it when you speak about everybody getting permanent employment that is on contract, and the Imanis getting permanent jobs. You know that is a farce. You know that is not reality. So why bring this force to our nation and telling people to sing?
Because that song sing already. That song sing already and even make final. You know? Because as the preliminary start, Tricks call them and tell them go home. That song sing already. And that is a fact. And when we speak here on Real FM, we speak facts. They might not like what we say in Shoma, but it's a fact. They call them down in some location down in the south of there and say, go home. After they promise them.
In the trade center.
So they're doing the same thing to them now. So the youth have to wise up and realize, and me and Andre here, we go forever give them the information and let them know what happened. And like I speak this morning, and if you listen to me, my pronouncement does not be here to sound good, you know, or I don't here looking for likes. I tell them, character is like pregnancy, Shoma. You can't hide it.
I like that.
That is the character to tomfool and baffle people. Character is like pregnancy. You could try what you want, but people go no.
But just to mention, because you know I've seen them here at the stadium, just to mention what I saw, and the confidence and in the young people, their faces look as though they've seen a hope and optimism in moving forward in their lives and so on. It was amazing to see, you know, see them walking in town, past a lot of them with their envelopes in their hands. And there was a sense of pride as well. And when you look at that with these young people and you say to yourself, why it is that there are people so condemning of this program, the Imani program, that these young people seem to be so proud to be a part of. I watched them yesterday and I said, look at that, look at them, look at their faces, look at how they feel so proud. I mean, if you are engaging in something that is so wishy-washy, you wouldn't be walking around with the envelope that sign you up in the middle of town. It's like they were walking around with a certificate. You know, when you get a certificate of accomplishment, you feel proud to be part of it, to have it. That's what I saw yesterday. And then at the same time, you're talking for these same young people to come on board with you when you're condemning something that they feel a sense of pride to be part of. I can't rationalize it. I'm still trying to. So I want to say to them, young people who are there in the Imani program, remember that the opportunities are there. The enabling environment has been created for you to excel. You have to apply yourself. You have to commit yourself. And don't ever feel that the sky is the limit. You can go way beyond that with your dreams and aspirations. Use it to the fullest. Others have done it, and so can you. Just go after your dreams, and you will achieve. Work hard. The results are there for you. Don't let anybody deter you and tell you this is the worst program in the world, because this is a program that will secure your future. Don't let anybody else tell you different. I gone.
Bye. Okay, great. She's gone.
Two things, Andre.
Yeah, but we have another caller who's been holding on for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's take the caller. All right. And I believe it's Nashville, Tennessee.
He gone?
Come on. Oh, he gone now. Oh, no.
You can't
probably
go back
called
Nashville.
back. He probably called back.
Yeah, Jay, two things. The Imani, and I told you that the best program any government in the region, any government bar none, has instituted for Caribbean people in the last 100 years. The Imani program. And you know I'm a biblical guy, Andre Donald, so I like to draw my inferences. Saul, the road to Damascus, prosecuting Christians. Light shine in the eye, he turned Paul. if you cannot sing like angel, if you cannot preach like Paul. The Imani program is like the light what shining the youth eye on the road to Damascus. It gives them hope. It gives them hope, Andre Donald. And it is a living example that the government of the new National Party cares for the young ones. And will stand by and continue to stand by the young people. And continue to deliver for.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Brother Andrew, good morning, Brother Carl.
Morning.
Brother Carl, I remember Carl sang a song, we're singing the same song again. That's Richmond Kelly. And I know what I do what I see try. Like if we green people, the time span to remember is short. Less than 5 years. Right? That when they made promise, and then within 2 years,
Mr. Donald, good morning.
Within 2 or 3 years, they promised what they promised the people, and they could not be able to fulfill it. That gone. But I want to let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we forgive, but we don't forget.
All right.
We don't forget.
Take care.
All right?
All right, good.
So I want to say again to the union leaders, speak the truth to the Greenland people. You are leaders.
Okay.
You are not ladders. Leaders.
Leaders, correct.
All right? So you have to speak the truth to people, educate people. Because you have children. You should not be lying to your children and give them things that is not true. Because people cannot grow and cannot go forward when you feed them with false information.
All right.
Brother Andreas, Mr. Dan, have
a good weekend. Have a good weekend, yeah? Nashville, Tennessee.
Good morning, Mr. Donald. Linus Charles here. How you doing?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm doing great this morning. A little bit cold, but I'm doing fine.
All right.
Hey, you asked the question, what will happen if NNP loses the election? Well, I can tell you what's going to happen.
Big bada boom.
Crapo, as old people say, crapo, smoke your pipe. But that will push Grenada back a decade. If Keith Mitchell loses this election, it will push Grenada back a decade. And I'll tell you why, because all the things that this man has accomplished is going to be reversed. And everything else that he's going to do in the future will never be implemented. That's a decade worth of work that will be down the drain. So Grenadians, wake up and see what's happening. That's all I got to say this Friday morning, sir. Have a blessed day.
You too. Have a wonderful weekend, my brother.
Yes, sir. All right. Great day.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
great. Good. So, Nashville, Tennessee.
So, Andre Donald, you asked the big question.
Which is?
Should the Congress...
Me ask that question? Shoma asked me that question.
You begged Shoma to ask you the question.
Shoma asked me that question.
The last time...
Big bada boom.
The NNP lost and the Congress came in power.
Bada boom.
They pushed back oil exploration by 10 years because the side grind bug. And now they had the audacity to talk about oil and with the island. But when they was in governance, the side grind bug. And that is facts, Andre Donald. Character is like pregnancy, cannot be hidden. I'm saying that for the grand. The last time the Congress was in power, 47, 19, 4 years, 7 months and 19 days. The side grind bug against the Grenadian public.
State.
The support Grenlec WRB against the Grenadian public. That what is the character of the Congress. They might not like Master Carl saying it, but that is an irrebuttable fact. They push back oil exploration because they signed grind bug. They sided with grind bug over the citizens of this country. That is the character. That is the antecedents. And now they want to come and talk about the Prime Minister going polls and talk about oil and with the oil. All you are causing that. All you can go back and give these people another chance to push it further back. All you can go back to give these people a chance to take away hope from the young people, the Imanis. Because in all the utterances, before they start talk about election was that the Imani was wastage. That was the utterance. It is well documented. All of a sudden, the Imani come the best thing since sliced bread and they go make all of them permanent, which you know is jackassing the conversation. But I say to you folks, the acid test is here. The ruling of the court, pension. Jumping up and making a set and right. Let me see how you treat with it. Let me see how you mean to do it. And don't come and tell us you don't do in government. Because you know everything. Don't tell us you don't do in government. Because you don't have to do in government to start the discussion. Or the conversation and relates to pension and how we treat with. And if it's a viable opponent as you claim to be, you have to start giving us the ideas, you know. You can't wait to Monday morning quarterback. So I want the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique to understand. We're dealing here. You know, Andrew, Dan, some weeks ago I came here and I said to you, this election would be a very important election in the annals and history of this country. And maybe you didn't understand, Andrew, Dan.
I have it written here, important election.
Maybe some folks didn't understand. They saying, what Massacre is saying, because it looked like an easy victory for NNP. No. It would determine
what happens to the state.
And not only
simple as that.
For the little children.
Yeah, it would determine what happens to the state.
Because I don't want us to do like the Calypsonian and say $100 and have the best of it. And make a mess of it. And do nothing for the children. If you love the country.
I almost say do it for the children.
If you love the country as you claim you love the country. If you claim country first. If you claim for love of country. Stop talking the talk. Congress.
Walk the walk.
And walk the walk. And cease to allow your surrogates to keep jackassing the conversation.
Carl, you didn't just say that. As you're saying jackassing,
yeah.
Cynthia Bartholomew at the same time posted, don't jackass the thing, man. She just posted that, and just as you saying that, it's like simultaneously, bang. Oh, jackass. Of course, water is my favorite thing this morning. I is the water boy.
But I wonder we can find my brethren doesn't be drinking water like that.
Yeah, I the water boy. Water cat. It's the water cat today. Oh, just to let you know, for folks, that we will be barring that everything goes well. We have the internet, we have the equipment and everything. We'll be going live to the full playing field today for McDonald College's athletic meet. Taylor's Fridays, Nayax Rights. I think those are the full houses. Don't know the point standing, but as soon as we get down there, we'll establish a relationship to get all the information. So those of you who are not able to make it today, and especially those in the diaspora who are not able to make it here for the first games of McDonald College in the COVID and these COVIDious times, you can listen to Real 91.9 FM. Your commentators for today. The team is made up of Carl Caton. We should be having Trevor Hutchinson and myself, Andre Donald. I don't know if we maybe might just see somebody else. Might attract other persons, and we never really turn anybody down. Once you have the talent, you can come forward and assist us in the broadcast. Oh, no, we have Miss Alea Lewis. She'll be a statistician today, keeping a point on the statistics for us. And Dugo, well, he, of course, is the engineer.
Yeah.
So he'll be setting things straight. And a strange Grenadian call is to find out if NNP changes symbol to the torch because they saw the PM running with one in his hand. His uncle replied in the background, he bringing light in the house. Don't joke with Grenada. Nah. Don't joke with them old ASB. Yeah, he called to find out if NNP changes symbol. The guy is secret Michelle that touch. Now man, light he bring inside the house. So. The house bill, he last strong. Them to do something, put light inside the house.
Yes.
That way you do it. That you want to see it, go on the live. And by the way, friends, YouTube, share that YouTube. Share it, please. Yeah. Yeah, the host all the last from everything. Yeah. The host page, right? You did it. Like you did it. Yeah, like you did it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yes. What a mighty God we serve. I know.
Morning, bro.
We serve a mighty God. I can tell you why. And I know you believe in God. I know Mr. Donald strongly believes in God because he grew up in church, you know. He grew up, his mother used to be, I don't know if he's a polite or what. He grew up in church, so he strongly believes. So I don't wonder. I want to say to the people of this country, Dr. Mitchell was sent by God to rescue us. The reason I prove it now, because every disaster faced this country, this man at the helm. This is clear. We had Ivan mash up this country. The gentleman said, we're going to build back better. We come back with a COVID. This man stand up and help us tear this thing until it minimized. This man, I call him a special human being. And at this time, we really need his expertise to continue. So Grenadians, as a gentleman just said a while ago, asking Grenadians to wake up. We cannot allow the other people to crush this country because they have a history. If we only make a mistake, they will crush this whole entire country blindly because they haven't got the proper leadership. They haven't got the experienced leadership. They haven't got the men with the vision. We have two visionaries passing this country, Dr. Mitchell, Derek Matthew Berry, and these people was sent by God. I don't know if you agree with me. So I ask in Grenadians, this is why I say on Target program, and I say it on your program, this is one of the easiest elections to make a decision because who have eyes to see, let us see. Who have ears, some people listen. Thank God for Real FM, who is fighting to get us to understand what is going on in this country. And I ask God blessing on this radio station because a lot of people don't seem to understand what's going on. The pension issues, some people letting cheap politics tell them like this is Kit Mitchell thing. Because they want to say, let us put pressure on the government. But I want to know what would they do if they happen to get it. But by God, God is good. That's why I say we serve a mighty God. Master Carlo, if you agree with me. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Do you agree, man?
Yes. And he tell me how I believe in God. I'll go further. I know the Ancient of Days. We communicate daily. I've seen his works. I've stand still and watched his judgment. And for me, his blessing towards me is not material things to lead me astray, to consider vanity, but love. Love, same way that Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell is showing to the Grenadian people. Andre, you know, when I speak of once in a generation, there are certain people who comes around once in a generation, once in a lifetime. Fortunately, in the Grenadian context, we have two people like that. And the caller I mentioned, the Right Honorable Eric Matthew Gary, E.M. Gary, and the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Claudius Mitchell. Once in a generation, once in a generation. They cannot try that at home. A man for all season. Because he could, according to a friend of mine, Harold St. Louis, may God rest his soul, he could carry. He knows how to get things done. He knows the connection. He knows what it takes. And he was sent here because he didn't have to come here in Andre Donald.
So true.
He didn't have to come here, you know. He didn't have to come and take all this beat up here. There was nothing for him to achieve other than doing for the greater good, for the greater number, you know. Other than showing love to the people, you know. Other than giving back. Because based from his upbringing, Andre Donald, he understood the context. He understood, I have to go and do for these people
that which
what
they cannot do
for themselves. And what he received, beat up, name calling, demonized, vilified. And through all that, Andre, he carries on him. So between me and you, for what the Prime Minister has gone through, he's a hero, you know. And a past hero, I'll label him legend, and I still attach icon.
Your Mr. Miller friend says it cannot be overemphasized. The man is good, and he will be hard to replace.
You can't replace people like that. There'll be replacement, but not the caliber. And that is not knocking any other person.
No.
Somebody might come and carve out their own legacy, and then when my story is written, they'll be recognized. However, he is at the Mount Rushmore, like I tell you here, of Caribbean politics, the Mount Rushmore.
I think we're at a point where I want to tease your brain a bit.
Come on with it. If I'm able, I'll so satisfy.
Did you listen to Dr. Mitchell yesterday in his utterances to the Imani?
To the
Imani?
No. I think.
But to paraphrase a bit, because I cannot quote him exactly.
Yes.
But to paraphrase a bit, he made a statement that was a resounding statement.
He spoke volumes.
Not just volumes. It's a resounding statement that, strange, I'm not seeing it on, not even by the NNP people themselves.
No.
I'm not seeing it on social media. And the statement speaks to him saying, and he told the Imani people, what's the effect? I will not stop the Imani program and other safety net programs
Hands
while
down.
I am in office.
Hands down. No bullshitting, no jackassing anything.
Straight up. And that would speak to, I believe, Carl, why these young people were proudly walking the streets with their documents yesterday. Because here is a prime minister who's saying to them, no way are we going to stop this program. Not now. And especially not while I'm in office. Not while my party is in office.
My watch.
Not under my watch. Not under the watch of the new National Party. We will not stop these safety net programs.
But Andre Donald, I've said here, Andre Donald, on many times, not because it is fashionable, so to say, the Imani program, Andre Donald, has been the best program by any government in the region, bar none, for the last 100 years, Andre Donald. The Imani program is not an ordinary program. And one of the reasons why the Imani program getting so much beat up, Andre Donald, is simple: school children no pelt on empty mango tree. They recognize the impact of the Imani program on the young people, so they're trying to simplify or trivialize the program and make statements that they know it don't make any sense. They go make everybody permanent and they go raise salary and things. Why you dragging the young people through that and you sing that song already?
Same song again.
And then you call them and tell them, oh no. Why? Why? Please, Andre, tell the Congress, don't do that to the young people of this nation. If you love them as you claim, if you believe their time is now, if you believe they have to run with it and take over the country, please Do right by them. Please, don't bullshit them. Please don't try to jackass them by making promises to them you know. You know. You don't intend to keep. As one elder person said to me, Andrew, simply, they only saying that because they know they won't be in governance, so they could say it. You see, we were having this discussion, I say, but I wonder why the men doing that young people and that. You see, what Masakal? The men them know they won't reach this, so they could afford to see that. But I don't even want you to, even though you feel that way, to see that, Andre. Because I came here this morning, Andre, and I told you, character is like pregnancy.
Cannot be hidden.
And you might wonder why Master Carl come here saying this thing. But look at how it bears us out for the day. And Andre, like I say, we are at a crossroads, both in terms politically, in the upcoming election, in terms of the ruling of the court. And we have to be united to face that particular challenge. Too often we leave it all up to Dr. Mitchell. We know he has been tried, tested, and delivered. But this is one where all of us has to come together and prove to our children and our children's children, we as a people stood steadfast. We as a people put our shoulder to the wheel. We as a people are quite capable of doing things and putting country first, even for one time in our lifetime. Even if it's for one time in our lifetime, put Grenada first. The challenges we face today, put country first. Don't go and talk and give colored speech out you love the country and you're for the country and so on. Let it be seen in action. Dre, love is an action word. You might say many things to people, but how you make a person feel, they would never forget. And Dr. Keith Mitchell has created the enabling atmosphere here. He has made people feel comfortable, he has given them self-worth, self-confidence, and continue so to do. And I must stress, Andre, with facts. When Dr. Keith Mitchell and the new National Party government had no legal obligation, Andre Donald, no legal obligation, but understood it was a moral obligation to the public workers of this country and other workers. They paid out in the region of $2.4 million to over 102 retired persons. And now you're trying to tell me they go appeal a decision for the same thing they've been doing. And when you was the legal advisor to government, you never tell them give people pension, but all of a sudden you know everything and who didn't do right. You didn't tell Tillman Thomas that. You didn't tell Nazimburg that. You was around in Breezan and Ben Jones and them guys' time, Braffy time, you never tell them that. But the only man who had the gall, who had the guate, a borrowing Andre word here, who had the guate to treat with a fundamental issue like pension and say, okay, I will respect what the court says. However, even if the court doesn't rule in a particular way, I am ready. So here's what I'm doing. Here is a token of my goodwill gesture. $2.4 million, $100 to 102 persons. And that is a fact. They could go and fact check me on that, Andre. I don't want them to just believe me so and say that. Go and check it out. Do investigative journalism. We don't hear an enemy to walk back thing, go and bring production and try to get weaknesses. And when weaknesses don't come in on the air, saying we go delete it next time. We delete it now. And that is the crux of the matter as it relates to pension. So you could see by the action of the NNP, you shouldn't have no fear because I know they go treat with. However, one always has to recognize all here is that is at play. You have the public workers and you have the workers that is not the public workers. And we have to cater for all. The barley loaves and the fishes are to share for the whole multitude, 100 and all. You cannot give only the man carrying the basket to eat. Everybody has to eat from it.
Why was Jimmy Bristol removed from his position as Attorney General?
He didn't perform a distinction.
Okay, is that it?
Well, he did wrong doing.
What did he do?
They say he write on some paper, he didn't have to write letter and all kind of thing. That is well documented.
You're right.
Even one of the Calypsonians who sing on the same sheet with him, tell him keep it quiet, you know. He sing a whole song and tell Jimmy keep it quiet, you know.
Keep it jackassing it.
Yeah. Keep it quiet,
you know.
And even then Jimmy didn't answer because Jimmy knew he was at fault.
So how you could say Beast singing in the same hymn sheet as
well,
Beast is that NDC?
The last time
ask your question.
Yes.
Is Beast a NDC supporter?
Yes.
Okay.
Beast was on a motorcade there with the guy, the nameless guy. He was in front of a vehicle.
Beast?
Yes.
Raymond Matthew?
A very good friend of mine, and I respect his affiliation politically, but that doesn't change our friendship.
Yeah. If he's a NDC, then
yes.
Okay.
But when he had problems, he feels like Rambuka and him don't go to. I feel like only Karen has Rambuka. He and Peter David are his good friend.
Rambuka, yeah, I know him.
That man and me don't go and check for help. I don't know. So I'm telling you, Andre.
Oh, you could drop that one hard, son, man.
Right? He's my friend, so I could. Your friends, so I could treat you in that way. He's not jackass anything.
So you say
and
he played?
And we saw that we good. If my two organs are performing properly and he want to survive, giving him. That's how good we is. But I just bring that to bear. Even he advised Jimmy to keep it posterior quiet. The song is well documented, keep quiet. Because he explained what Jimmy did and why he tell Jimmy to quiet.
Keep your quiet, boy. Take it easy, yeah?
And Jimmy was with Patrick the other day, you know. Remember just the other after the Oracle Patrick?
Oh, yeah, he was with the Oracle, yeah.
And Jimmy say Patrick moving slow, you know.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, now Jimmy become the champion of the workers. But when he had to, when he was the legal advisor to government and he could have said, government, we need to pay these people at them. His hands was tied, his hands on his lip. He mouth the zip. But all of a sudden, and then he have information with the government planning to have. That's what they wish. They wish what? The whole thing was the ruling of the court happened, and then we bait the government, clickbait them into appealing, so we go around with the story.
Yeah.
They were so disappointed now.
Yeah.
Like
they fall flat.
Yeah, so they telling the union now, see, I want our money at any cost. And then the union take clickbait and go in, and even the union saying how the government go appeal. When they realize that the material...
No, they said the union lawyers are saying
yes.
That, yeah? So not necessarily the union.
By then, man, was in a discussion, he was on social media. Anyways.
Okay.
So when they work, they say we want to be money at all costs.
Brian Graham say he's just tuning in. Morning, Brian.
I think the last few comments out from Brian, I find Brian he kind of was on the road to Damascus. I don't know if the light fully pervade Brian's eye, but he spoke like all the comments about the GDB thing with the contract workers and so forth. He advised them after all to take the opportunity, which was good from Brian. Because Brian, at the end of the day, we are one family. We may not agree on everything. We may not agree on things politically, but...
You related to him?
No.
Oh.
The Grenadian
family. The
family.
Grenadian family you're talking about.
And you play that on mine, we are one family.
Yeah, all of us is one family. Yeah.
And we don't wish bad on no member of the family.
No.
We might disagree, but if the family member need help, we'll be the first one to raise our hands and say, let's help the family. It's all about family. It's all about people. We aspire together. We build together. It's about we, not us and them. And just so in the context of pension, $100, is we.
Brian, what do you think about the pension issue? Let me see. Type one comment there, one sentence, so I can read it out. Let me hear what you say. Let's pause for Brian now. Brian, just type one comment there and I'll read it out. We counting. All right, we're waiting on you, Brian. Come on. Let me hear what you got to say.
Brian.
Yeah. One of these mornings, we must invite Brian and have a discussion with him, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. We must invite Brian one of these mornings. You think a Friday or Wednesday?
Friday, any day?
A Friday, yeah, Friday morning. Brian, we have to make contact with you.
Have a balanced discussion.
Yeah, and have a nice discussion with you about no holds barred.
Because Brian too has a part to play in the development nationally, so.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
And Brian may have ideas to push the agenda forward.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Brian's statement, but like he ain't putting nothing. All he give me is a LOL. Nah. Yeah, Brian, come on, man. You're bigger than that.
Brian, now is the time you have to stand up and be known, you know. If you
Roger Heller say, I need help. What do you need help about, Roger? I don't know.
Brian, if your brother asks you for bread, don't offer him stone, Brian.
Stone. Come on. Let's see one statement about the pension issue.
Brian, character is like pregnancy. You can't hide.
Show yourself, bro. Come on. All the friends in the diaspora, good morning. And just as I told you, friend, remember that every day you come on, the important thing is as you come on, you share. Meaning you share the link and let more and more people sign in, especially in the YouTube. We want more and more people to sign in on the YouTube because we want to do bigger things for you. As a matter of fact, let me not let no cat out of no bag. Yeah, 4420975. That's the number you can call. I'm going to read what Brian says. He says, the government is ceding to the court judgment the government is ceding to the court's judgment on the pension will transform Grenada. Huh.
Interesting.
That's an interesting one.
Well coached.
Yeah, Brian, they're looking at you.
Well coached.
Nice statement there. The government acceding to the court's judgment on the pension will transform Grenada. No, acceding to the judgment, which the government promised that they're going to do.
Yeah, accept the judgment.
The government is going to accept, because acceding and accept is the same thing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, we're going to come to the second statement, but hold on. So, Dr. Michelle did promise that, hey, we're going to go through this,
Even
right?
before the judgment came.
Before the judgment came. So, it is going to transform Grenada. How is the transformation going to come? Even now more than ever, we need to talk to you, Brian, because how do you see that transformation? Would that transformation be something that we're going to see first and foremost, increase in production by public servants?
Yes.
That's the first thing we'd like to see. Would that transformation be seen teachers who are still on work to rule coming off? Would the union be saying, hey, time to come off work to rule? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to find out here, where he's going with it. And then he makes another statement and says, I find Dr. Keith should not have challenged the union in the first place. Well, when did he challenge the union?
The union that walked out and decided taking the matter to court.
The union took the matter to court, They walked out. He was offering 70%.
Yeah. He made an offer.
Brian, no. I don't want you to call today. No. We ain't taking that call today, Brian. I am going to contact you. Don't worry. I'll get your number, I'll contact you, and we're going to have a nice program. Let's not just jump the gun like that and have a program.
And then we go have a copy of the ruling and everything.
Let's get a copy of the ruling. You study it, I studied, Carl studied, and we ask different questions, okay? You could just call. I'm going to give you the number. So you just call and you could just allow to say good morning and wish the students of McDonald College today happy day at their sports. The number to call, Brian, is 4420175. 4420175. Give us a call Just to say good morning so that people didn't figure that I'm making this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just call 4420175. And if you want to do WhatsApp, you can do WhatsApp on that same number. 4420175. The next time we engage, it's going to be a proper thing now. We ain't do Japa thing.
Let me do a good service to the populace.
Yeah, we
give them
let
information.
You be prepared.
Let it decide.
Yeah, you be prepared. We are prepared here, and we have a very nice chat
and civil discussion.
Civil discussion. All right, let's not rush things down people's throat. And the people because you see, we have listeners who going and coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
4420175. Yes, that's the number you can call right now. And you can say good morning to everybody, and then you can wish all the students and the management and staff of McDonald College a good day on their sports today. Good morning.
Morning, brother Andre and brother Carl.
Morning. How you doing, bro?
How you doing, Brian? You good?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling happy. It's a victory for Grenada. I'm feeling real good.
I thought we said we don't go there.
Are you coming to the match today? I'm looking forward to see all you on the match. We have a little celebration match, for the people of Grenada and the public officers.
I thought we said we don't talking that today.
Yeah.
No, where you all having the match?
Yeah, well, the match is from the stadium to Old Trafford,
Okay.
Yeah, it's just to give God thanks and praise for the judgment and everything. And I know, aren't all happy for us?
We happy for Grenada.
Yes, exactly,
right.
Exactly.
We happy for Grenada.
Yes, man.
We happy for
Grenada,
like
I was
Brian.
saying, this is transformative.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're gonna go into that when we talking to you. Right. But so you've said good morning, and now we want you to wish the student, staff, and management and staff of McDonald College a great day on the games today. Go on.
Oh yes, of course. Sports is back and everything is back. So I wish them all the best and to have a great day. The union certainly will have a great day today in the celebration, and we look forward to short and quick discussions, on the matter with the pension. I know you say we ain't talking about that, but I can't help it.
I know you can't help it. You can't help it. So I'll give you a little blind.
But at the same time, Brian, let it remain a victory for Grenada.
That is correct. Don't
let it disintegrate into something else.
Yes.
Let it remain a victory for Grenada.
This is not green and yellow, Carl, because at the end of the day, many of our constituents are supporters of the government. Many are supporters of the National Democratic Congress.
Definitely.
But at the end of the day, it's a bread and butter issue, and Grenada wins. And what I've been saying in the public, we are approaching 50 years of independence. We're 48 now. And for us not to have pension for public officers is not good. Too much people. I know all these men on the ground. So all they would hear about people complaining and crying. I know all they know who dead and didn't get the pension and things. So all they must feel good for that too.
Brian, don't forget, I've been a public officer for a long time too.
Well, the other day I was listening to the program because I listen to all program,
Yeah.
I just try my best to listen, and I take a 2 minutes on a Sunday. And I realized you was key in getting a lot of benefits for police officers based on what you say. Is that true?
The thing about it, the same role you playing now. I played that role for over 10 years in the police.
That the amount of thing you get for police officers.
So I understand it well.
Yes. Yeah.
That what I keep always saying is we always have to look at the bigger picture. We will have our personal preferences or what we like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when we represent people, we represent the whole of the thing.
Well, for me, it don't matter necessarily about government as long as the policies is for the people of Grenada. That is the main thing, and I always try to keep that focus, because who does accuse me of being NNP, who accuse me of being ND different time, but I keeping my eyes on the prize, and my thing is representing the workers at the end of the day, because all of us are Grenadians. So I want to keep all you long.
No, you can't keep us long. We not keeping you.
Well, Angelo, you are real talk, and I want thing.
Hey man, it was nice of you to link us though. We really appreciate it. And we'll get in contact with you and have a nice sit down one of these mornings via social media. Yeah?
Alright, okay. Have a
Take care of yourself. One love, man. Okay,
Right.
great, good.
For some reason, Dre, I like this guy. I never met
He's
him.
alright.
I
He's
never
alright
met
guy.
him, but
He's an alright guy.
I
have never really met him too.
I tell you, when I heard him spoke on the issue with the GDB and the Imanis and the contract workers and the advice he gave, I say this guy seems to be genuine in because he wasn't one like saying The shopping is like what they say now. Take the money and He was advising them, here's you get an opportunity.
Here's an opportunity. You use it.
Make yourself better.
Yeah, make yourself better.
And when people speak like that, I respect that.
Yeah.
Irrespective of my opinion of them politically, otherwise I recognize that it's Grenada.
We're going to call. Good morning.
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. McQueen.
Present.
Bad job, Galba.
That's right. Andre.
Thank you very much.
For what?
That which you bestowed upon me.
Thank God for that.
So God sent food?
God sent Galba. You are going on. I'll have a good program this morning. I'm interested.
Thank you.
Where Ram?
I got to keep up. Ram, why they downstairs hiding somewhere downstairs there.
Okay.
And you see, they just say that people doesn't call us and we don't. But you see, what we give information and people who have information to give. You see, our caller doesn't call for confusion.
Not melee.
Not melee people either.
No, our callers calling for love.
Yeah, they calling for love, and because they know that there's an audience that they need to give information, that's why they call. And they know they can't come here and go blah, 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 because say, hey, stop it, go away.
You have a guy, I don't know if you noticed that, you have a guy who is an NDC guy, but he's pretending he's NMP. For that radio station, he's running down NMP, and when he calls your station, he want to dig all the belly to stick information like if he's an NMP. You have to stop that.
Who's that?
I don't know his name, but he's a guy calling Shaggy program, calling other program, and when he's talking against NMP. And when he call your program, he call sometimes 3 times a week. When he call your program, he's trying to ask all the questions to put all on the spot.
Oh, that guy. I know the voice. I know the guy you're speaking
of. To straighten that guy.
No man, I ain't have time to. You see, let me tell you something. If
because
you
ask the information that we not supposed to answer.
No, we have to answer. We ain't afraid to answer, you know. You see, you can put it down how you want it. You can put it down how you want it. You have to understand what the new National Party government stands for. They stand for reality. They tell you what it is. The government tells you what it is. The government does not do so and shy away from anything. They deal with it. Judgment didn't come. Case wasn't finished in relation to the pension. Dr. Keith Mitchell says, long before that he tell Chester, he say, okay, Chester, fine, I will not challenge.
Yeah, but
long before that he tell Chester, you know what? No tax on pension. He is a man of his word. So I am not afraid to answer anything in relation to the new National Party. Never.
Well Andre, since after the revolution when they postponed this pension thing, Dr. Keith Mitchell is the only man who touched that after and say you want to leave legacy after to make sure that Grenadian people get a pension.
Okay, you got it then. So then you hear?
He was dig back up everything. Because nobody else never touched that how many prime minister passed after they dug that, and he's the only one who said that people have to get the money. So I don't know where they're getting this talk about the man don't want to pay and the man this and the man that. What happened to Grenadian? They have to stop that. Grenadian have to stop that because the man is the only man who dig up that. He bring it back up because that is dead already. And he stored back up and said before he left for himself, before he retired from politics, he need to restore pension. That's his word. He need to leave a legacy to store back pension to Grenadians. I don't know why they're crying him now so. And what? All of them crying, they know he's the only paymaster.
I like that
one. They know only when he around they go get things.
Yeah, because what they don't realize that the last election on NDC won July 8th. Remember they put everybody on pause there. They asked everybody for leniency with everything, and they put everything on the back shelf. They playing it on memory. Let it check themselves. Have a good morning, brothers.
Take care of yourself. One love.
Yeah, my wife say good morning.
Mandoy!
Morning.
How you doing, darling?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
The fella treating you okay, Manda?
Yes, yes.
Right, okay, good. Just let me know. Anything, call me and let me know, okay?
Sure, I will.
You're trying to sort me file this matter.
Only your brother can do that, you know.
All right, brother. Have a nice day.
Take care, sir. One love. Yeah, Fluffy there.
Andre Donald, what is instructive to note here at this juncture, Andre? And what I want the unions to really explain to their membership, and even Brother Brian Grimes, that the ruling of the court is of such the restoration of pension, as he says. However, within the instrument of the statute as relates to pension, there are certain things that have to happen. And they keep saying we want the money. But it's not a foregone conclusion, Andrea, as far as I understand it, as to how the payment is, because there should be a discussion taking into consideration the financial health of the country. I hope the union telling the members that part, you know. And Andrea, we need to get the Pension Act. We need to get the Pension Act, because if I'm not mistaken, there's a particular part where it says the financial health of the country ought to be considered in making any agreement or arrangement for payment. And I hope that part, and I hope Jimmy and them telling people that too. So don't go and tell the people how the court you win. You win government, and payment, and have a short discussion. Because Brian mentioned it, have a short negotiation. But I hope they understand the financial health of the country ought to be considering any of those discussions before payment is made. Andre, we need to get this thing. Because we need to bring the information to the Grenadian public. We need to bring it not in a partisan way, but in a real way. The only two spin bowlers left in the business, Andre and Massacre, we have a moral obligation, not legal, but a moral obligation, to bring the facts. So Andre, we should endeavor to get the act addressed to pension, because in there lies consideration of the financial health of the country in any discussion. So go and tell people we want a swift discussion about the money. Tell the people the truth. Tell them, even though you want to take bragging rights and say you win. However, let them know, in coming to a conclusion, the financial health of the state
is important, is imperative.
Ought to be considered, and I want that to be known. So don't tell people only what you think they want to hear, but also tell them what they need to hear. And we on Real FM, will be endeavoring to bring the information, undiluted, the unpainted truth, to the populace. We, Andre Donald, you and Massacre have a moral obligation to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pitimatic, and in the diaspora and other places, to understand what here is at play. Anything in you?
No speech, no language.
Well, the voice is not on.
That's why I can handle you. That's how we can do this together. No speech, no language bridging. The voice is not heard. You understand? We have to. I take this opportunity as we get ready to wrap up here. I must do it before we wrap up. 4420175, if you'd like to make a comment, you'd like to call us in relation to anything, you can still call. Call will be coming to you. And to all the folks who, over the past 2 days, who wished me best on my birthdays, you didn't. I thank you guys very much. You sang on the day that was not my birthday. On my birthday, I expect you to come through and say, yo, bro, let's drink some wine, let's do something. You didn't even call me yesterday. It's one of the first days, hold on. It's one of the first days in more than a year when we did not have a word. That was quite interesting. Good morning, how you doing? Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Andre and Mr. Carl. I'd just like to make a small contribution. Seeing that Mr. Grimes is listening, I was apart listening to the live, watching the live, I should say, when they had the meeting at the PW. And after he finished read the letter from Mr. Bristol, Miss Daisy Hazard stood on the podium and announced that the government, and she had reliable information. She stressed on it that she had reliable information that the government was appealing the matter. However, up to today, the government is saying that they do not intend to appeal. And up to today, Ms. Daisy Hazard hasn't come out and apologized to who? The public workers and also the nation. And when you're on live, you go worldwide, so she should apologize to the world. I'm awaiting her. I'm also a public servant. She should not have done that, and she also makes some other implications. However, I hope they know there's a lot of other things that is unconstitutional once that judgment comes through. See, our NIS might be in problems also. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
I'm awaiting him.
Okay, great.
Andre Donald.
Yeah.
Tell Daisy for me. Character is like pregnancy.
Cannot be hidden.
It cannot be hidden.
Character is like pregnancy,
So
Daisy.
Brian,
Cannot be hidden.
Brian, tell Daisy for me. Character is like pregnancy. You can't hide it.
At all.
Yeah, you was going on and you started beating me up about not calling you.
No, I finished.
So we had this discussion on the day I sang to you. And you said the date I sang to you is the date you made your appearance in this universe.
No.
You said so.
No. You misinterpreted what I said. I didn't say that. I couldn't have said that. So I'm not even going to go into
So
that.
why you spoke of the 2 days? How the 2 days came about?
The 2 days came about because I was born on the 31st of March.
Yes.
All right. My mom didn't go to register me. Another member of the family went to do that.
Yeah.
And that member of the family registered me as being born on the 30th of March.
Well, you're a unique guy.
So, therefore, well, no, there are other persons. Anthony Boson was born on the 2nd. Oh, today's his birthday, actually. No, not today. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Anthony Boson's birthday, but he was registered being born on the 26th of March.
Wow.
There are other people that happened to. And therefore, I grew, well, growing up, one day when I spoke to when I was thinking birthday and I said, she said, nope, you weren't born on the 30th, sir. You're born on the 31st. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, this is what happened. So I recognized both days. Agnes must know when she had pain. Nobody else could do so know when she had pain for her. Good morning.
Happy birthday to
Miss Jacob, that was gone already.
birthday to you.
Miss Jacob giving you flowers.
Birthday to you, Andre. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much, Miss Jacob.
May the good Lord bless Andre. May the good Lord bless Andre. May the good Lord bless and keep Andre. May the good Lord bless you. How old are you, Andre? How old are you, Andre? How old are you, Andre? How old are you now? Oh, sweet baby boy.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Baby boy.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Love you, darling.
Love you too, Miss J.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. I say Brian gone, and Brian didn't go in. Brian did. Should I read what he said?
I don't know if you want to.
No, should I? I
Yeah,
can't.
read.
Daisy's a champion of workers. She took her cue from our council. Nobody is perfect. What's that state?
No.
What does that
Brian,
say?
simplify that. Don't leave it for the imagination. Don't leave it up to the imagination when somebody go see that. Don't do like Donald Trump and say no, that you mean.
No, but what I'm seeing there is that yes, he's saying that Daisy's a hard worker, and which is true. But he says she took her cue from our council. That could be their lawyer, and it could be that the lawyer said that. And he's also saying nobody's perfect, so he's saying that the lawyer lied.
No.
But that is how I interpret. You just talk.
Okay. I was not even thinking on that. The fact is, if he recognized that now, Daisy has something to say now.
Apologize.
Based on what he's saying.
She has something to say?
Daisy has something to say, Brian.
Yeah.
Based on what you just wrote, we agree. We make mistakes.
Yeah, she works hard.
And we don't crucify Daisy over
No,
that. However, if in recognition of that, Daisy has now something to say, tell Daisy for me. We know she's a hard worker. She took the cue from the council, but she realized council leader on a wrong path. So she have a moral obligation
to say sorry
to the workers and the Grenadian people who she misled, maybe wantonly or otherwise. That is left up to her. We're not mind readers, me and Andrew. We're not deputy guard yet. But we agree with what you say. So tell Daisy, the same medium she used to be misled by the council, go back on the same medium and fix it.
Morning.
Because we are one family.
Good morning.
Uh-huh.
Good morning to Mr. Caton, and good morning to Andre Donald.
Morning.
Andrew, how you do?
I did.
It's the morning after. How you feeling?
I ain't feeling good. I ain't eat your morning yet.
Andrew, this is Brenda.
I know. I didn't eat your morning yet.
It's the morning after your the night before, which was your birthday.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. I just called to see how you were doing the morning after. But while I was waiting to be let on air, of course I am hearing the conversation, and I'm hearing the name of my high school sister.
Daisy.
Daisy Hazard. I don't normally do this for a lot of people, but I am going to do this. Daisy, because enough of us are not standing up for each other in Grenada. A lot of us are getting caught up in the green and yellow nonsense, and it's dividing us more and more. Daisy, as her name is a Daisy.
Yes.
She's a wonderful person. She is brilliant. She is passionate. She is fiery. She is a good-natured person. Daisy don't do malicious. I happened to be looking at the live at the time that Daisy came in, and I remember I cringed a little bit because I said, ooh, what if she's getting information that may not be the case? You know, because Brian Brian did a really good job talking, look what just came in, and, he was so, very, very, measured. He wasn't like over, he gave the message and all of that, and everybody was jubilant. And then she came, and she came too, a bit jubilant, and then said, look, but she spoke as if she had just received that information. And it probably came in on her phone. And normally, Daisy does have media training too, but normally you delay your reaction to things like that. But I am sure, based on the source that she may have gotten the information from, she felt comfortable. She felt safe that she can voice it. You see? It wasn't I sending her a WhatsApp. It wasn't somebody down the road, right? And she did use the word. She prefaced her statement. She said she's received credible. So now maybe she needs to define how credible. because her credible mean have turned out to be receiving information in a way that was not so, right? So I'm saying all of this before we say things like lie and, that kind of
I
thing.
hear you, girl. I hear you. I hear you.
I'm from the school of diplomacy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And yes, sometimes you have to analyze as well, because one thing I try to do, sometimes to my detriment, is empathize. I always put myself in the spot, right? Having been through a couple of things myself in a public way.
Yeah. Before you run off this morning, I want to tell you something that you don't, Brenda, I know you don't know about me. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I taught for 2 years at the St. George's Anglican Junior School.
Really?
Right.
Oh yeah, you lived on that street.
I lived on Church Street for many years. So I taught at Hainsey for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching there with Susan. She's now Susan Bob.
Right.
Yeah, we started together.
That was my prefect in high school.
Yeah, right. So we started together. With my principal would have been Miss Grace Ronan.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's one thing you didn't know about me. I'll tell you many more things as we go along, my darling. Take care of yourself, Brent. We just want to wrap for the day.
You that cross. Anyway, enjoy the weekend. Continue to enjoy your birthday.
I will.
Mr. Caton, have a nice weekend.
You too, Brent.
Yes, and
Be safe.
Yes, you too.
Right.
They remove all the protective measures from Monday. But remember, when the guardrails are removed, that's when we tip over, right?
Yes.
So let us just all keep that in mind. And anyway, Andrea, I'm happy you had a great birthday.
Yeah, I
Continue
did.
to enjoy it during the weekend, and have a great Friday.
You too, my dear. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye now. Great. Nice note to end it on, Carl.
Yeah, but in all fairness, and I get where Brenda's coming from. And we at Real FM here, we fear. But what we my whole thing to Daisy, I don't know Daisy, I hear a lot about Daisy because person speak of her. Some people say the slip of the tongue is not the fault of the speaker or whatsoever it is. But however, because a lot of people believed it then, so in all fairness to her, she should, even if she had to do a Donald Trump, just walk it back.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. At this point, we say, have no fear. The pair will return in the year. Goodbye. God bless you. Take care.
Balance? Absolutely. Let me show you.